Alright guys, welcome to the video, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be sorting out some stuff on the rear end of my Honda Civic Type R EP3. As I'm sure a lot of you have noticed, or I've explained many times, the plinth piece on the back of the boot has been snapped for a few years, and I think today is the time I'm finally going to sort that out. The reason for that is, there's a couple of reasons actually, because to do this swap you have to actually take the inside of the boot apart to be able to get to the screws to this thing, and I've been waiting to do this because the bulbs for my number plate lights, they're like flickering and stuff, so there's a dodgy connection or something somewhere. So instead of just pulling it all apart for one job, I thought I'd pull it all apart for two. So we're going to see exactly what's going on with that. I'm hoping it's just a really easy fix, but at this point I don't really know. And then we're going to be replacing this piece with a part from Carbon My Ride, which I'll show you in a bit, and also get around to changing over the Type R badge because mine is pretty flaky. Before we get into that though, I want to show you a very special piece that I managed to pick up recently, and I still can't believe that this is in a box, let alone brand new. So let me grab that, I'll show you that, and then we'll get on with doing this stuff. Okay, so check this out. Genuine Mugen box. The genuine Mugen parts in a box, which I just cannot believe is actually real. I didn't think that these existed still. I've never actually seen one brand new for sale. You might be able to guess what it is by me just pulling out the accessory parts. So yes, this is a genuine Mugen facelift front grille for the EP3. I cannot believe this is actually mine. This is just insane. Look, there's the Mugen bit in the back. I've actually never seen one of these in person until I got this, so it's absolutely nuts to see a real one. What's also cool is the badge piece. The back of the badge piece also has the Mugen logo in it, so you get this fitting kit. All of this is included in the pack, and you get a genuine front badge as well. Look at all the Japanese writing. Oh, it's so cool. All the instructions and everything, all in Japanese. Actually, I haven't done this yet. What do we reckon? Do you think I should run this on the car instead, get it painted, or should I stay with the carbon fibre? I'm kind of, to be honest, leaning towards the carbon fibre because it flows more with the car. And then having this in the box, I don't know. What would you guys do if you were in my situation? Would you run the genuine one, or would you keep the carbon fibre one? Let me know down below, what do you reckon? Either way, I just can't believe I've managed to find one of these brand new in box. Absolutely insane. So anyway, now I've shown you that, let's go on with the video. Okay, I don't know how easy this is for you to be able to see. This bulb here is flickering as, yeah, you can see that, right? Yeah, so that's doing that. And this one sometimes does that, sometimes just isn't on. But it does prove that the bulb does still work, or at least these little ones do. Oh, look, there you go. Now it's turned on, now it's by itself. So as you can see, the connection is super weird with whatever's going on with these. Hopefully it's a really simple fix. It's just a caught wire or something. But basically to do all of that, you have to take off all of the interior trim. And that's also the same trim that you need to take off to be able to get this piece off as well. So yeah, that's why I'm doing it at the same time. But before we get onto that, I will show you what I am going to be replacing this piece with. So I have got a brand new to me, but not brand new, really good condition though, rear plinth piece, because I don't know actually what happened to my last one, because this isn't my original one. I did take my original one off to put this one on. So I've got this as a replacement, and then Carbon My Ride were very kind to send out this carbon fibre plinth cover. So it's actually going to be real carbon fibre on the back now, rather than this has just been hydro dipped the whole time. So this basically goes over the top like that, sticks on with some 3M double-sided tape, which I've got, and it's going to make the rear end look a lot better, because I've seen a couple of cars with this on. It looks really nice, and obviously real carbon's better. Will flow with the wing and all the other carbon bits on the car as well. So huge shout out to Carbon My Ride. I'll leave a link for this down below if you're interested in picking one of these up. Let's start, I guess, pulling the car apart. Okay, so some time has passed, and as you can see, the whole inside is stripped out. All these panels pop. So you start with the piece that goes in here. You start with that one and work your way out. So the side one's got 2 white pop clips, this one's got 4 white pop clips, and then the big piece has got all of these. And what I didn't realize, and what I have snapped, so I'm gluing it on right now, is there is a little screw holding in here, which is the handle. So you got to get a Phillips head screw on this, otherwise you'll snap it like I did. But this is already nearly dry, so that's actually almost stuck on, which is good. There's a load of pop clips and stuff in this as well. So that all comes out, and that means you can get in the back to be able to pull out the bulb. So it turns out, which I suppose is a good win, it's just the bulbs, it seems to be. It doesn't seem to be a wiring issue, which I'm very happy about. So what I'm going to do is run and see if I can get some new LED ones. If I can't, I'll just order them and then install them another day. Also, this bit I just pulled off, because obviously this was the bit that was snapped off anyway, so I pulled this bit off. That's not how it should come on and off. So if I pull this down, this bit should just fall off. So there was a 10mm bolt holding this piece in here into this hole. It's quite hard to do one-handed. Into this hole here, well, and then there's this pop clip here as well. So that whole bit's out as well. So yeah, I'm gonna go run and see if I can get some bulbs and then come back. Okay, so the bulbs were pretty expensive at the shop in town, so I didn't bother getting any. I'm just gonna order some LED bulbs on eBay, but what we can still carry on doing everything else. So these are the covers for the bulbs for the number plate, and I just thought whilst I can, I might as well pull them out and give them a clean because they're pretty minging. It just seems stupid whilst they're so easy to get to. So I'm gonna just wash them in a bowl with some washing up liquid and stuff and clean them up and then reinstall them. So when I get the bulbs, I'll just be able to put them in from this side and I won't need to take these out again. Just thought I'd actually show you how these come out. So they're kind of clipped in like that and then pop up like that. So to get them out, you've got to push on this bit here. This pulls down and then you can pull it diagonally that way. So there is only one way that these actually go in and out. Okay, so I've installed these back in and cleaned them up. Didn't really do that much. So there they are. I've wiped down this area as well because this was all a bit minging. So this section is now ready for the new plinth to go in. What I've done is swapped over the clips into this piece, these two white clips at the end. Yeah, I snapped one, so luckily I've got a kit that you can buy on Amazon. This kit has got like 400 pieces in it or whatever. So that came in very useful. I use these white ones here. There is a 10mm screw on either side. It should just screw in from that. And there we go, this is installed. This is very weird seeing this body colour because I've had that other plinth on there for so long that having this the same is just very strange. The locator clip, those white clips at the end, those can slide in and out so you can get the adjustment to get it to bolt up, because if you get those lined up wrong, it just doesn't sit right. So this is fully installed now, so those two 10mm bolts are back in on the underside as well. That 10mm bolt there, and the other one was on the lock. There's a bolt just up in here as well, so those are the two 10mm bolts. Okay, so now that piece is fully installed, I guess it's time to do this bit. So I guess most of you are probably just at the stage of just sticking this thing on anyway. Yeah, so it's just double-sided sticky taped on. So I'm gonna get my 3M tape on the back of this thing and sort of get it ready to apply, and then I'll stick it down. So I'm gonna do that and I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so all the tape is on and it's ready to be peeled off to stick down. This is always the bit I'm most nervous about, so I'm hoping nothing goes too wrong. I'm gonna go for the technique of half peel it so that you can still have some sort of adjustment. Okay. Hey! Actually wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. Yeah, I'm super happy with how this has turned out. Actually, it looks really good. Definitely happy with real carbon now because that flows way more with the wing. So a huge shout out to Carbon My Ride for sending this piece out. It really ties in the back end and makes it flow with the rest of the car. Very happy with that. It does kind of match the number plates too. So a link for this will be in the description. I love that I'm just covering it in fingerprints. A link for this will be in the description if you're interested in this. Like you saw, super easy to install with some 3M tape. So anyway, let's move on to the next thing. Next up, we have this genuine Type R badge to replace this one because as you can see, it's flaking off. There's the part number if you need it. This should ideally just be a straight swap. What I'm hoping to do is peel this one off, clean up around it a bit. That's why the blue tape's there, so I know where to line up the new badge once I get to that point of putting it on. So the way I'm getting this off currently is I have this reel of fishing line and I'm basically just going behind the badge. As you can see, I've already started this end and just getting the glue off. I'm hoping this is the right method because I've never done this before, but basically I'm going to carry on. So just going behind like this and just working your way along. This end seems pretty easy because the lettering is quite small, but I do reckon, well, luckily I do have an entire reel of this stuff. I won't bore you with this. I'll get back to you once this is ready to come off. I don't think this has ever been off. This must be the original one on the car. There we go. The old badge is off and looks like I'm gonna need to get picking all this stuff off. I won't bore you with that either, so I'll get back to you once I'm ready to stick the new one on. Okay, so as you can see, I have cleaned up the area. Kind of almost deliberately left a line where the old one was stuck down, because that way I can actually line it up exactly where it was. This is the scary bit now. Off comes this tape. I think it's something like that. Now, I haven't pushed it down. I'm gonna close the boot so I can see what it looks like. So I reckon this is actually pretty close to where it was. Yeah, let's peel the blue tape off. I'm gonna commit. I'm committing. It was probably already very stuck down anyway. Right, I need to clear up the residue from the tape and all the areas that the tape was covering before, and then I'll give you a look at how it looks from behind. And there it is, guys. That looks so much better. Like, it completely changes the back end of this car. Just two subtle little bits on here that really have transformed this. The other thing as well was, I don't know if you saw it in one of the clips before, but I had some minging, like, I guess where I'd been lazy and not cleaned around the badge. So now that I've done that as well, that just looks crisp. This carbon piece as well just looks great. So all I'm waiting on now are the bulbs. So I will pick this video up once those arrive and we'll get those installed to get the final look of how this thing will look. All right guys, I'm back. The bulbs finally arrived. Actually it took about 4 days longer than I was expecting to. These LED bulbs look nuts actually. I'll show you a close-up of these because they look crazy, but I've already installed one and checked that it's working, and it is. It's way brighter than these were. Yeah, check this little thing out. So 15 separate little LEDs on this, 5 on either side and then 5 on the top as well. But anyway, let's get this thing in the car. Okay, so this should literally just, it should be as simple as just you pull the old one out and you put the new one in. Simple as that. And it goes. Right, let's check that this is actually working. Hey, look at that. Yeah, much brighter. Hang on, let me turn those off because I don't want to kill my battery. Okay, this is going to be really hard to film. Let's see if I can do it one-handed whilst holding a camera. So this thing just lines up and clips in like that on both sides. Yeah, that thing is now in, and I guess we're ready to put it all back together, but I'm just going to check how this looks. Okay, here's the final test, and you'll be seeing this for the first time. I'll be seeing it too, so let's hope that all is good. Oh, you can't even see it in the daylight. Hey! Hang on, I'll grab you so you can actually see it. And there we go, guys. They're in and they're working, which is great because mine were literally terrible, as you saw. So I'll leave a link for these down below if you want to pick these up. I just got them on eBay, actually. I think they're only like £4 something. So far, so good, I guess. Yeah, I forgot that I actually had to put all those plastic bits back in, but you don't need to see me do that because it's literally just the reverse of what I've done. Just popping them all back in, screwing it in, all that sort of stuff. So won't bore you with that, but super happy with how all of this has turned out, actually. Really has made the back end of this car much more up to date and just look more with the rest of the car, really. It was just a bit scabby on the back with the snapped piece and with the badge that just looked terrible, but now, yeah, all together it looks great. So a massive shout out to Carbon My Ride for sending that out to me. What I'll do is I'll link everything down below. So hopefully this video has been able to help you out or give you some ideas for your car. But that's going to do it for this one, guys. So hopefully you've enjoyed it. Leave a comment down below which piece is your favourite bit or what you enjoyed the most about this video. Don't forget to like this one, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.